Good evening, friends, followers, and channel members. Happy Tuesday! Yeah, it is Tuesday. Suddenly thought for a moment then it was Wednesday. Normally we've been doing nighttime streams on a Wednesday recently, but no, definitely Tuesday tonight. Starting a little bit earlier than usual as well, which means, of course, that we can have a slightly longer night flight, which is going to be good fun. Just realised we've not got GSX loaded. That's no good, is it? Oh, how are you all doing, guys? Hope everybody is well. Yeah, let's get some catering service. So this is going to be a 2-hour flight tonight as we head into Geneva. Fingers crossed we might even get some ATC as well. There's nothing here on the ground in Tirana, but the night is still young. We'll see what happens as we progress. Yeah, so hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's had a really good day. Thank you for coming on board and joining us this evening. Hope you're gonna have a good flight with us. Big shout out to all our channel members coming into the chat. Hey Danny, hey William, good day to you as well. Are we going to Geneva to pick up Greta? Anthony's, hey, J-Hog, Dark is here as well. Lazarus, great to see you. Mona Lima, hello. Right, wonderful stuff. My Flying Food Group catering truck is about to just destroy all the rest of the GSX stuff. Yeah, it's really annoying that. It'd be nice if you could kind of program how they come in and round, but that's not yet available, is it? Ah, well, never mind. A question very early to start. What does the there was a question earlier about the GCS on the weather radar. That's the ground clutter suppressant in the weather radar. In the real world, it just kind of reduces the background noise that the weather radar is picking up, so it's not displaying on your navigation display. Of course, at the moment, our weather radar is in op, so it makes no difference to us. Anyway, right, should we get on board as well? Let's jump in. All right, so here we go. We are in the A320 as normal tonight. Tirana to Geneva, a real flight. Flies every few days, this one. We've got a wonderful Top Swiss call sign tonight. Top Swiss 82 Deco I can't even say it. Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo. That's going to be fun later on if ATC are online. What we got? So about 23 minutes to push. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I always get in late. There's no ATIS, I think, around at the moment. So let's just grab it off the meta here then. So the wind is 0.8. God, this wind keeps this wind has been changing all afternoon. So the wind is currently 0.80 at 2. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more. Few clouds, 2,000 feet, and scattered 8,000 feet. Temperature is 10, QNH is 1010. Wonderful, right, so that's that sorted. Let's have a look at our operational flight plan, see what weather we can expect. In fact, let's just have a check what's the weather doing in Geneva right now. Currently, how old is this META? It's about 20 minutes old. 21013, so that's runway 2 that we're going to be landing on. A few clouds, 1,000 feet broken, and 5 degrees, no significant changes. Wonderful, so the weather there looks good at the moment. Let's check our operational flight plan, and then we'll go through that. Tom B, hi mate, what scene am I using today? So we've got the Red Wing Geneva in, and I forget which payware version of Tirana this is. I think there's only one, so it's going to be that one. Hey Sean Duff, good evening. Chris Morgans, good afternoon. Christian Starmer, good afternoon to you as well, my friend. Thank you for coming on board. Right, what am I doing? Let me see. Have we got the tablet linked up? Yes, there we go. Right, here's our operational flight plan then. So, alternate is Zurich tonight. Cost index of 4, flight level 300. We've got a payload of 14.7 tons. Headwind tonight. That's slowing us down a little bit. Total en route trip time is around 2 hours and 6 minutes. Shear rate looks okay, 4.8. There's our flight routing, so we're departing runway 17. Yeah, planned runway 22. Planned work fuel is 8 tons. Dark Fury, that's the one. MXI Designs, thank you very much. Cheers, Danny and Dark, both for filling the chat in there. Right, let's just have a look at the grid more as well as we go down here. So we're going to be flying over Italy, Brindisi Flight Information Region, just there as we can see. Then to Milan radar, be nice if they're online. And then after that, we'll be into Swiss radar territory. Appearing just into the France flight information region. Yeah, then we're into Swiss territory. There is the weather then for our alternates and destination. Visibility on all of those is 10 kilometers more or less. Well, except Leon's down to 3 kilometers, but that's still Cat 1. So that's looking all right at the moment. 5-knot crosswind in Geneva. Not concerned about that. Have we got anything en route as well? Hey, Dan Vosa on Twitch. Hello, good to see you. Right, what we got? Let's have a look at the weather radar. So, forecast. What's the date today? It's the 7th. So, between now and tomorrow, winds 230-12. Visibility is still fine. Becoming 230 at 2, and then becoming gusty early tomorrow morning. 25-knot gusts tomorrow morning, and then rain. That's not going to affect us. We'll be down well before then. So that's sorted. What's Zurich doing? Zurich's okay. Zurich's cab okay as well. Yes, no reason why we shouldn't be able to get into either the alternate or, of course, our primary destination tonight. Let's have a look at the weather en route. Anything on the significant weather charts? There's our flight route today. There you can see it. So, if you sat on the left-hand side of the aircraft, you get a nice view of Italy this evening from the air. Nothing on that chart. Nothing on that chart. Alright, so reasons to take extra fuel. Well, you know, VATSIM sometimes busy coming into Geneva on a Tuesday evening, particularly if ATC's there. So let's take 8.5 tons. That's plenty. Plus which, think about if you need to have a go around at Geneva. It's not a standard kind of go around. There's lots of terrain around there, so we want to be safe and happy. So yeah. 8.5 ton. That's plenty. Right. Yeah, good stuff. Let's start getting passengers on online as well. So we'll tell GSX and our cabin crew they can begin the boarding process. Just before we do that, aircraft is in its turnaround state, so we'll just go through the normal checks. Check our nav logo lights. They're on. Acupressure is in the green. What else we got? Flaps are up. Spoilers are retracted. And parking brake is set. Lovely. Alright. Okay.
Cabin crew, we're all happy with how things are up here, so now open the doors and start letting our passengers on board. Thank you.
Right, GSX will start boarding the passengers as per usual. Lemon Wolf looks like I visited your home airport. Oh, I didn't realise this was where you were, Lemon. Oh, great to have you on board then this evening. So let's set up the aircraft then. God, that standby instrument's bright. So QNH said 1010, that's fine, that's set. Unicom is on standby, guard frequencies on VHF 2. Unicom's now just come off standby because I've flicked that. Let's set that back. 2 hours 6 minutes, that's fine. All the radar things are off. Switching panel thrust, levers, engine mode selectors and starters, they're all off and down. Get the constraints on here, and QNH 1010, initial climb is going to be flight level 120 here in Tirana, so that's all set as well. Currently on external power, APU not yet started. Right, let's set up the box, and this is going to be interesting because the engine out procedure here is a right pain to try and program, so we'll have fun with that in a little bit. Hey William, you have a question. If you're flying an approach and the plate says waypoint is at say 4000 ATC as you're doing something different, which do you follow? Air traffic control. Correct, William, you follow air traffic control. Unless they're having a really daft moment where 4000 feet is going to dump you into a mountain or something. But yeah, ATC, not the real world ATC should do that anyway. Right, so data IRS 3 now green. Aircraft status, air cycle's fine, engine's fine as well. That's it. The only other thing, William, is if you're following, you know, if they've told you to descend 4,000 feet and you've, say, got a constraint a couple of waypoints earlier than that at 6,000 feet, you can leave it in managed descent mode. Yeah, as long as you get to 4,000 feet where they want you to be 4,000 feet, that's all that really matters. Unless, like I say, they're going to dump you into a mountain. Right, so data page is fine. Init B, let's do our ACARS. Uplink. Funnily enough, I have heard stories of Palmer Air Traffic Control telling the guys to get below, taking them off route, telling them to get below MSA when approaching the runway 06. And there's a lot of terrain around there, so I have had a couple of pilots say, do you know what? No thanks. I'll stick with what we've got when I know I'm safe. Right, so flight number Easy Swiss. This music is upbeat tonight, isn't it? What did I say our call sign was tonight? 82 Delta Echo. Cost index of 4 as per usual. Temperature is 11, and the tropopause is, where have you gone? Tropopause is 35,109. There we go. Crossan B, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Hope you're having a good day, mate. Alright, wind request. Wait for that to come through. IRS in it. Let's just check this against the charts. So we are stand 7 today. 41.25.2. 41.25.12, that's fine. That's north, of course. And then east 1942.9. 1942.9. Good stuff. Alright, well, that all looks fine. Everything's working. Let's crack on with the rest of the setup. So we're cruising today. It's going to be flight level 300. Temperature is minus 50.
Morning.
So that's all done. Right, the flight plan. So departing off runway 17, DRS 2 Romeo. We were going to be departing off the opposite runway, but the wind's changed. I think they've actually changed back now, but you know what, I'm not going to muck about. It's pretty much a crosswind takeoff anyway. Varney's runway still 9, still operational in Gibraltar. Yes, definitely. Yeah, DRS 2 Romeo, pop that in, and then ILS 22 expected in Geneva. That's going to be the Banco 3 Romeo. And let's pop that in. Oh, I tell you what I didn't do. What's the VIA for that? SPR. There's only one really in Geneva. Right, so just confirm we've got a distance of 740 in the box, and the flight plan has got, oh look at that, they match, 740. Wonderful. That doesn't happen very often. And then just error check that nothing looks daft on here. That departure looks fine. Straight out over the sea, cross Italy, and then yeah, there's the arrival with the manual leg into Geneva. Looking forward to that approach. Geneva at night time looks stunning, so can't wait to check that out in a little bit as well. Right. Radnav page, what do we need here? The Tirana VOR, which is Tango Romeo November. We'll just hard tune that in. 177, that's the one. Turn those on as well. Right, init B. Have we got a load sheet? Yes. Alright, zero fuel weight's 58.8. And the zero fuel weight CFG is 31.6. What's the alternate? Fuel. It is, let's call it 1.4. And fuel planning. All right, so we're going to take the tell the ground crew we want 8.5 tons of fuel. The aircraft would like 7.4. That is fine. Let's just do that now whilst we remember, because I'll load the aircraft up after GSX has done its things. Otherwise, it confuses itself. So yeah, 8.5 ton. Oh, I can never do this. No. There. There we are, 8.5 ton, and just load that instantly. Right, accept that, and takeoff center of gravity is 29.6. Okay, wonderful. Alright, so takeoff weight is 67.1 today, so we're above max landing weight. Right, performance page then. So departing runway 17, it is of course dry. Config 1, no need to force toga, anti-ice off, packs will be off, that takeoff weight plan 671, and the takeoff CFG is 29.6. Grab the live weather. Now, have we got any intersection data here? We do. Right, okay, so what options have we got? I don't know this airport too well, so... oh, right, it's quite a decent runway. If we can take off via Echo, that saves us having to backtrack down here. So, yeah, Echo is a good option. What have we got with regards to our takeoff distances? Let's have a quick look, make sure they match up. It's not going to distances on there. Where are we going to find the distances then? That's takeoff minimums. I don't want the takeoff minimums, I want the distance. Oh, how strange. Is it on any of the other charts? It's not on there. Runway operations. No. Departure. No. Run-up procedures. Takeoff minimums. No, that's the page we've checked. Okay. It's not on there either. Alright, well in that case we're just going to have to trust the software then. So it says that intersection Echo is 2259 meters, gives us is the tour of the takeoff runway available. So intersection Echo it is. Alright, let's fill in the information then. So this is what we've got. I'll pop it in the first officer's box. So V1 133 140 and 140. Barry Baldson, good evening, sir. It has been a while. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Right, the flaps 1, and what flex we got? Flex of 58. Ooh, that's low. Right, so 133, 140, 140, clean 220, fine. Thrust reduction, acceleration values. Right, this is where it's going to get a little bit fun now. So, let's bring SimSmart in. Right, thrust reduction acceleration is 1570, engine out also 1570. Let's update all that. And the engine out acceleration is also 1570. Okay, that's done. Now on to the secondary flight plan. Now let's copy the active flight plan. And now we are going to have a look at the engine out procedure here, which is an absolute pain. Look at this. Flight 726 cost index 4. Yeah, that's the current one used at this airline. I mean, it's a low-cost carrier, isn't it? You wouldn't expect a cost index of like 80 or something daft like that. Yeah, so look at this. So it's non-standard because we've not done the brief yet, but there's lots of terrain around Tirana that we don't want to fly into. So at 5 miles from the Tirana VOR, we're going to make a left turn back to Tirana, max speed 185 knots in that first turn. Then we're going to intercept and follow the TRN radial 320. And then once we've flown over the Tirana VOR at 12 miles, we are then going to turn left to hold at Unasa. Now that is that looks like an absolute pain to try and do, to try and program in. So let me just show this on a map, just so it makes it a bit more interesting, or makes a bit more sense. So this is essentially what we're going to try and program now. So we're going to fly out 5 miles from Tirana. We're going to make a left-hand turn, and then we're going to intercept to follow the 320 radial back to Tirana. We're then going to continue on that heading out 12 miles, and then we are going to make a left turn to Unasa, which is a holding point somewhere around here. Not quite sure why it doesn't show the waypoint. Even if I zoom in, it's not there, but I have checked it out. It is here somewhere. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. The reason we can't just take off and then turn to it is because there's actually terrain all down here. I'm not sure if that's depicted in any of the charts. Well, there's terrain there as well. So in fact, I mean, why would we make a left-hand turn? Sounds pretty dangerous to me. Do you know what? I might actually I might disregard that. Is this right? Left turn back to Tirana, because a left turn takes us closer to the terrain. Okay, if in doubt, let's check. Yeah, so we've got terrain just here, but we've got a lot of terrain just here. Do you know what? It's a beautiful night. We can see the ground. We've got a moon. It's almost a full moon, I think, tonight. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to fly straight out. Yeah, I'm going to fly straight out, sort of. If we fly out on runway heading 9 miles straight out, and then I'm going to go to Dires and then to the hold, almost following the standard instrument departure, but not turning quite so soon because of that terrain that I can see just here. If we just have a look at this, this gives us another picture. Yeah, look, we can see this just here, look. So there is terrain straight out, so we're going to have to do something. In fact, actually, look at that. The grid moorer there is 3700, which is a lot better than what we've got over here. I'm going to have to question that engine out procedure. Don't like that. So yeah, let's pop that in. Let's have a look. What's that? The Tinky. Right. Tinky looks good. We'll fly to Tinky, and then we'll make a left because the terrain isn't an issue. Alright, new engine out procedure. Straight out to T-I-N-K-I. Then we'll continue to Dires. And then after Dires, we'll enter the hold. We'll take up the hold at Unasa. It would be very interesting to fly that engine out procedure, see what happens, but not today. What's the hold? Hold is 091 right turns. Alright. Let's just see what that looks like then. Yeah, there we go. That's absolutely fine. I'm certain of it. Particularly if we continue in S speed as well. We'll stick to 185 knots because that will just get us up higher quicker. Fine. And then we'll just change the destination. We'll come back into Tirana. And that will be ILS 17. No start. No veer. Done. All right. Well, that's that sorted. The Flight 726. Where did I get the program for the performance calculation? It's part of the Fenix A320 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that's all done. That's all done. Wonderful. All right. I think we're about ready for the full brief then. So starting with the weather then. So departing here in Tirana, weather's fine. The visibility is 10 kilometers or more. Slight crosswind, but winds are very, very light. So I use the word crosswind, but really there's nothing there. 2 knots, and that's going to be coming from the left as we depart. A few clouds, 2,000 feet, broken 8,000 feet according to the meta, although can't actually see very. Oh, there's a few over there, not many. Yeah, so weather's fine. Weather en route is fine as well, and the weather for the arrival, again, all Cat 1 stuff, fine. So weather not really giving us any problems this evening. Aircraft type A320, fully serviceable with the exception of the weather radar. Again, doesn't really matter tonight. No times for our departure. Threats to be aware of then. Yeah, obviously the biggest threat that we've just been talking about and having a quick look at is the terrain that surrounds the airport. We have got terrain to the east and also to the south, southeast, etc. So just be aware when we depart out. Basically, a left turn, Armor would go straight up to 9,000. So, yeah, if we need to keep safe, obviously, this is the sector we want to be in. Let's just get rid of that. So, short taxi as well, just mention that, so we'll just do things nice and slowly, not rush any of the stuff we've got to do as we're pushing back and after engine start, etc. But other than that, yeah, that's the only real threat to consider is the terrain, but it's nice VMC. Beautiful moonlit night, so we'll be able to see everything. No ATC around. That is a little threat, but we'll just keep an eye on things and listen out to Unicom. Make all the usual calls. All right. So then, the departure brief. Starting with the pushback, we are parked stand 7, so we're going to push back. Facing north onto Whiskey. It's going to be Whiskey Echo, and that's where we're departing from. So yeah, there you see, very, very short taxi. Just there. That's that done. As it is such a short taxi, we're not going to be doing a single engine taxi. Not enough time for that. Obviously an intersection departure via Echo we've just mentioned, and that's it. So we are going to be departing runway 17. We've got the Diras to Romeo departure. That departure then takes us straight out once above 3,000 feet at Tirana 506. We make a right-hand turn to Diras, where we're going to continue to climb flight level 120. That flight level 120 is already set, so that's going to, we've got no ATC clearance, so we've just cleared ourselves up to flight level 120 as we go. RadNav page is tuned to the VOR frequency Tirana here on the here on the airport. Cruising flight level 300, performance, we can see just confirmed speeds 133, 140, 140, transition altitudes 10,000 feet, thrust restriction 1570, 1570 for the acceleration, and engine out acceleration, clean speed is 210, there are no speed restrictions, so we'll be able to just clean up and go on schedule. Transition altitude, yeah, I think I've said that right, 10,000 feet. We have got 8.5 tons of fuel on board, and the secondary flight plan has got the engine out procedure in, which is going to take us straight out, and then when it's safe, a right-hand turn to DRS to take up the hold over there. So that's it. Yeah, I think that's our brief pretty much done. All passengers, I believe, are now on board. Let's get that APU started. 1, 2, 3. There we are. And then I think we're about ready to go. Hey Alan, good to see you. Captain H&W, hey mate. Hope you're well. Lazarus, you say the centre's online. I've not got anybody online around where we are at the moment. Oh, maybe. Funnily enough, we've just got an ATIS, so who is responsible for that? Is that the Adria? Is that Adria radar? Are they doing it? Well, if that's the case, we'll give them a call. They're going to now completely tell us something different, aren't they? They're going to get us off a different runway. Hope not. So we've got information alpha on board. Yeah, fair enough. Everything is still as expected. Oh, and they're using runway 17. Fantastic. Adrian Radar, good evening. Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo with you. Stand 7 at Tirana. Type A320 requesting IFR clearance as filed to Geneva. And we have information alpha.
Now, 2 stations at the same time. A station calling for clearance standby. Delta Alpha Whiskey 6 Charlie. Are you visual with the terrain?
Delta awaits 6 Charlie. We have the train inside at the moment, but there are some clouds, so we may get the train out of our sight.
Roger, Delta Alpha Whiskey 6 Charlie. Generally speaking, then you're not. Continue descend to 6,000 feet on Ljubljana QNH 1002 information alpha.
Delta awaits 6 Charlie. Descend 6,000 feet, QNH 1002, and we have information alpha.
Ljubljana is a beautiful airport to fly into.
2 Bravo Alpha, from present position, proceed direct Enoxa, and monitor Unicom 128. Ciao.
Direct Enoxa, towards Unicom, runway 2 Bravo uniform, Alpha correction, ciao ciao.
And Adria Radar, good evening. Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, stand 7 at Tirana, requesting Alpha clearance as far to Geneva. Type A320, and we have information Alpha.
Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, Dobrodana, Adria Radar, clear to Geneva, DRS 2 Whiskey, runway 35, climb initially flight level 120, squawk 5243.
Clear by the DRS 2 Whiskey, initial climb flight level 120, and squawk 5243, Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo.
Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, correct.
Alright, let's get the squawk in. Slight change to the departure, but not much. So, 5, 2, 4, 3. That initial climb still flight level 120. Just check the charts as we're now doing the. Did you say 2 Whiskey? Hang on, we need to clarify that.
Adria Radar, check your microphone, your readability 2 out of 5.
Radio check, 9 out of 9.
3 out of 5.
Teşekkürler, 9 out of 9.
AJ Radar, Top Swiss, A2 Delta Echo again with you. Just confirmed the departure runway 17 is for DRS 2 Romeo, I believe.
Taxi 8 to Delta Echo. Sorry, this was my bad. Re-cleared the DRS 2 Romeo out of runway 17.
DRS 2 Romeo from runway 17 and initial climb still flight level 120. Thank you, Top Swiss 28 Delta Echo.
Austrian 612, leaving Adria, monitoring command today, bye-bye.
Thomas, that call sign is a beauty, yeah, right. It's a mouthful. Right, everything in the box is fine, everything we've briefed is fine. Passengers are all on, they're fine. APU is up and running, let's get the bleed on, give that a minute before we get the packs in so the passengers don't choke on fumes. After that, though, let's get the doors closed and tidy our aircraft up. Let's go. Hey Joe from North Texas, hope you're doing well, mate. Thanks for coming on board.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thank you.
Okay, final note, she's come through. Takeoff weight, CFG has changed, but it's still within limits, so no LMC is going to affect the takeoff performance. That's fine, all good. Hey, everything flight sim. So the announcements come from self-loading cargo. Right, where is my checklist? Get rid of the GPU and the chocks, they can go. APU's been running for a minute. Let's get the packs on. Doors are closed now, so the cabin will start to be getting stuffy. In fact, I'll just turn those down a little bit. Look after the passengers. I like being warm though. I'm leaving mine where it is. Okay, job done. So, cockpit preparation checklist. Aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 8,500 kilograms set. Fuel is all balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. It is 3 navs, and the QNH is 1010 set and cross-checked. Beautiful. Makari7 on Twitch. Where is what? I'm sorry, I missed the previous question. Where's what? That's all done. That's all done. I think that's about it. Let's get the ground crew into position and let's get out of here.
Descent 4,000 feet. And Pacific Airways 6 Charlie with altitude 4,000 feet, we'd like to turn heading eastbound.
No worries about the heading. I'm going to give you the vectors for the LS soon.
Okay.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
There's our flight route this evening.
Tomjet 71 ready for push and start.
Oh, Dark's just beat me.
Tomjet 71, start the pushback up route runway 17 in Tirana, QNH 1010.
Pushback approved for 17 and QNH 1010 for Tomjet 71.
And Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, stand 7 at Tirana, ready for push and start.
Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, start up pushback approved for runway 17, Tirana QNH 1010.
Pushback roofs from stand 7, QNH 1010, Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo. Beautiful. Right, let's get the beacon lights on. Beacon lights on, transponder.
Delta Alpha, Whiskey 6 Charlie,
Tail will be going back to the left.
40.
Acupressure's in the green.
Charlie, left heading 050.
And before start checklist.
Airping 25 Lima, request
Parking brake is set, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed.
Airping 25 Lima,
The
descend initially level 300.
EFB and phone are on silent.
Descent
Doors
300, Airping 25 Lima.
closed and armed. Beacon light is on. Right, let's go. And parking brake is released.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Nozzle strain disconnected. Start the timer. Engine 1 selected to ignition and starting engine 1. Elliot, the announcements come from self-loading cargo. Hey Tom, the flight route page that you can see here, no, that's not part of Navigraph. You do not need a Navigraph subscription to get this.
Delta Alpha Whiskey 6 Charlie on present heading cleared. ILS 30 report established.
Wait, 6 Charlie on present heading cleared, ILS 30.
Actually, Delta Alpha Whiskey 6 Charlie left heading 360, still cleared.
FMA, no, not default push, or it's GSX pushback. Yeah, so GSX is an
Now
add-on.
ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft.
Parking brake set.
Jackets and a brace position which you must adopt if you
Unlocking
hear
gear.
brace, brace. There are 2 emergency
Hey
exits at
Darius,
the
good
rear,
evening to you, mate.
4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you.
Go ahead.
All cabin baggage. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released. It must be fastened.
Right, engine 1's available, starting engine 2.
Recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place for
Tow truck disconnected.
pull on each side
Bypass
to
pin
adjust.
removed.
Put on your own mask before helping
Left is
others.
clear. Right is
If you
clear.
land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together.
Ping 25 Lima, continue descent to flight level 200.
Do not inflate it inside.
Continue descent to flight level 200, ping 25 Lima, hvala.
Inflate by pulling the toggle.
Jet 501 vacating Charlie.
Lazarus says VATSIM shows his strobes when they're on auto on the ground. Yeah, that's a known thing.
118.3 by.
We also carry flotation aids for children.
183, thank you, 501.
Must now be stowed, armrest
Ryanair
down,
903,
window
Golf
blinds
X-ray,
open,
approaching stable descent.
We wish you a
And
pleasant
Ryanair 93 Golf X-ray, descent to level...
Right, engine 2's available, so...
Descending to 00, Ryanair
Engine mode
993,
selector
Golf
to
X-ray.
normal. APU bleed off. Anti-ice not required, APU's off. On the spoilers, flaps. 0 the rudder. Set the trim. Which is probably around there anyway, to be honest, today, so don't really need to touch that. Okay, after start checklist, anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked, pitch trim is 28.6 and the rudder is neutral. Good stuff. Right, short taxis, let's do a flight control check here. Full left, full right, neutral, full up,
Charlie, established
full down, neutral, rudder, full right, rudder, full left, neutral.
Delta Highway 6 Charlie, clear to land runway 30.
Top 3 takes 2 Delta Echoes, ready for taxi.
Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, taxi holding point Echo runway 17, confirm do you need a back deck?
Negative, we can depart from Echo, Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo.
Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, Roger. Tom 71, confirm can you depart out of Echo or you need a backtrack?
We can take off from Echo, Tom Jet 71.
Okay,
Tom
so
71, behind
quick pets check.
A320, taxi holding point Echo
No
runway
change
17.
to our performance, no LMCs. Taken off via Echo. Runway 17, intersection departure, dry conditions. Flex takeoff for us today as well. And the departure is Diras to Romeo. 3,000 feet, first waypoint, and then a right-hand turn. And the engine out is straight out to the fix, whose name I've currently forgotten, but it's in the secondary flight plan. And then we're out to Diras, and then back over the hold. Get ourselves safe 4,000 feet, and our initial climb to flight level 120.
FedEx 301, dobro večer vama, Adria Raider. Do you need departure information out of TVAT first?
No, FedEx.
So hell, I'm using the Thrustmaster TPR rudders. Taxi checklist, flight controls checked, flap setting, config 1, FMA, climb nav blue 1FD2, 12,000 blue, radar predictive wind shear is not on just yet, so I'm going to hold the checklist there.
Question, would be possible runway 14 for departure FedEx 301?
FedEx 301, re-cleared Tibri to make runway 14, the rest of the clearance remains unchanged.
Okay, for destination Pescara via Tibri 2.
Okay, radar and predictive wind shear is on, ECAM memo, takeoff no blue, EFB is stowed.
Squawk 5263 on the box, FedEx 301.
FedEx 301, read the correct, stack up approved on your
and disconnect.
runway 14, QNH TVAT 1009.
Romantic mood lighting set.
Start the push is approved and the QNH 1009 FedEx 301. Thank
That's
you.
not an official part of the checklist.
Only startup is approved, there is no pushback in TVAT.
No pushback for FedEx 301.
FMA, yes, you can pop out the do to make it easy viewing. Right Alt key and then click it. We'll do that for you.
Ryanair Takeoff X-ray, you're leaving my airspace, monitoring command state. Bye.
Unicom 1228, thank you for leaving. Bye bye, Ryanair 9 Golf X-ray.
Right, approach path looks clear. We'll just wait for the wait for our clearance. Okay, let's not. Top 382 Delta Echo, holding short of Echo, runway 17.
Top 382 Delta Echo, in com, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 17, top 382 Delta Echo.
Tom Jet 71, behind departing Airbus A320, line up Echo runway 17 and wait behind.
Behind the departing Easyjet lineup, runway 17 and wait behind, Top Jet 71.
And Top Jet 71, before departure, please make sure to set squawk to 5206.
Okay, lineup checklist.
Can you repeat that squawk again for Top Jet 71?
Cabin secured, takeoff runway, intersection, Echo, runway 17, TCAS, TARA, PAX are off.
Continue descent flight level 120, airping to Berlin.
Delta Airway 6 Charlie, guided runway 30.
Delta Whiskey 6 Charlie, welcome to Ljubljana, taxi standard choice.
Delta Airway 6 Charlie, taxi standard choice.
The runway looks very short, but we're told we can do it, so let's go. All right, so take off, start the chronos, 50% M1. Engine stable, set takeoff, thrust, man, flex, SRS runway.
Confirm my squawk, please.
Top Jet 71, it was given as a part of your clearance, 5206.
Sorry, we got the wrong figure in squawk in 52776 for Tom Jet 71.
Tom Jet 71,
check.
negative, 5206.
5206, sorry, Tom Jet 71.
V1, rotate. Positive rate. Gears up, nav. Oh, I love it when there's a full moon. The sim looks gorgeous. Hope you guys are going to stick with us as we head out over to Geneva tonight. Great flight coming up.
Top 382 Delta Echo identified after departure via seat climb flight level 200.
departure via SID and climb flight level 200 for top Swiss A2 Delta Com. Okay, thrust climb, open climb, 200 blue, set standard pressure. Let's get a pack on. 10 seconds, we'll get the next one on. Hey Dave Hudson, good evening sir. Hey Jim Trainer, thanks for coming on board. Chris Shaw, good evening as well. Adam, is the Geneva scenery good? Geneva scenery is one of the best. Absolutely gorgeous. Where's that full moon? There it is.
Doctor 71, wind Tirana 140 degrees, 5 knots, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
And flap 0, spoilers disarmed. Shut up.
Top Swiss A2 Delta Echo, direct Papis, climb flight level 300.
Direct Pappies and flight level 300, top Swiss A2 Delta Echo. We'll take every shortcut we can get. Okay, everything's good and calm. Let's ding the cabin crew. They're going to have a busy night keeping you lot entertained with drinks and gambling, presumably. Great AG, what's my favourite time of day, or my preferred time of day to fly? Daytime, definitely, but I suppose the real answer would just be live time. Live time, which is hence why we're dark this evening. Yeah, so this is the terrain that I knew was there. It wasn't really shown on much of the charts. This is definitely much better engine out procedure than the other one. I've got a sneaky suspicion that that's meant to be a right-hand turn, not a left-hand turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated.
Thanks,
Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Right, let's get the lights off. Don't need those at this height now.
I think
Oh, those click spots are annoying.
Feet on Ljubljana QNH 1002 information alpha.
So, spoilers, flaps, gear, lights done. 10,000 feet, so airports on the EFIS, standard on the standby. Progress page, flight level 300, that's fine. Optimus 37, so, sorry, Optimus 35, maximum is 374. We can request higher then. A little bit later on, we'll speak to ATC, see if they let us go higher, save fuel and get there a little bit faster. Onto the performance page, we'll zero the cost index and absolutely secondary flight plan. Let's copy the active now, and that's done. Let's ride, mate. Thank you so much for your $2 super chat saying, "Hey Gavin, takeoff looking lovely as usual." It was quite a nice one, that one. Very scenic. Obviously, looks wonderful in the daytime as well, but yeah, very nice scenic part of the world. This down here, and some interesting approaches as well with terrain and things. Zera 2411, good evening. So yeah, let's ride. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the support. All right, seatbelt signs can come off, I think.
Contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance.
Looks like some haze as well in the distance, doesn't it?
Area radar FedEx 301 is taxiing on the point Alpha runway 14.
301, roger, call me for departure.
So Italy is in front of us. The more eastern southeast tip. You can just see the leg or part of it stuck out there. And just have a check. Our flight route tonight is pretty much direct. There's nothing we can really do to shorten that up. Nights like this is where you want to see things in the simulator, like satellites and shooting stars and things. That'd be lovely. One day, I live in hope. Just to make nighttime flights, you know, a bit more scenic from the skies. There's the full moon up there. Is it full moon tonight? Looks it. William, you want UFOs?
Descent 4000 by me, cleared for LS30 and will report established, helping to Lima, hvala.
If you're enjoying the flight, guys, and the stream, please do leave a like.
To Delta Echo, fully released from Adria, continuing in command to 8 by.
Hey Baron, Tony Baker, can you do flaps 1 or flaps 2 for any departure from any airport? You haven't been on Microsoft Flight Simulator for a couple of months, been out in Wellington, New Zealand, visiting your sister. Yeah, so you can. Flaps, a lot of it depends on your company's standard operating procedures. Obviously the company I'm emulating here tonight, their standard operating procedure is to use flaps 1, but there are some airports where it's toga and flaps 3. Plus, if the runway is contaminated, that's another good shout for flaps 3. Get yourself airborne as quickly as possible.
6,000 feet and clock 1,000.
Southern Service 5 Charlie, repeat, correct.
Indigo Virtual, hi mate. Can I make a video on a VOR approach on the Airbus 320? Have we not done one of those?
Clear for takeoff, report passing 7,500.
It's a little bit strange in the Airbus because, and it pains me to say this, but Boeing is better than Airbus with VORs because a Boeing can automatically track them, whereas you can't in an Airbus.
71 leaving Adria, monitor Unicom 128.
122.8, thank you for your service, Dr. Semmel.
Hang on a minute, if Dark's just been handed off, were we handed off? If so, I missed that. Anyway, I'm going to speak to him anyway because I want to see if we can get a higher clearance. So, can we get, what, 3.6? Chance for 3.6? And radar tops, West 82 Delta Echo, is it possible to climb flight level 360 this evening?
Tops West 82 Delta Echo, you are sent out of my airspace. Unicom on state, of course you can continue.
Many thanks for the service. Good evening, Top Space 82 Delta Echo. Right, we can do what we want. And 360 blue, up we go. Christopher Shaw. No, I didn't hear him hand me off either, so he might have done. I might have just been talking over the top of him. Never happens in the real world. Alright, there we are on Unicom. Well, if we're on Unicom, that's it then now. Just us. Keeping each other company for the next 2 hours. Right, so what are we at? File 240, that's fine. Captain H&W says he's doing a rehearsal flight to Heathrow tonight. Offline, but with FSLTL. Loads of traffic in the air. Just love it. On Saturday night there's an IVAO Heathrow real flight event. Looking forward to it. I've never flown an IVAO. I've heard it obviously and seen other streamers on it, but I've never personally done it. And as for Heathrow, well, I'm flying in the orange colours, aren't I? I can't go to Heathrow. Indigo, what do we say? We both fly into India at some point. I can't even remember if I've ever done India. That's quite neat. Is that an aircraft or a UFO? Captain Q, good evening, sir. How are you? Welcome on board. Can anyone spot any constellations? Tell you what would be neat. So in the sky at the moment, I don't know if you've noticed, Jupiter and Venus are very, very bright in the western sky at the moment. Up in the northern hemisphere anyway. But I don't think they're replicated in the sim. Sadly, not sure the planets are. I was thinking that, whatever that's meant to be, that's pretty darn bright, isn't it? What is that? No idea. I have to get one of those apps. You can download apps now, can't you? On download apps on your phone, point it at a star, and it'll tell you what it is. I bet that wouldn't work in the simulator unless your PC just happened to be facing the right way. Let's just have a look, see if you can see any constellations that I know of. Oh, there's Orion. And that points down to the brightest star in the sky. I want to say Betelgeuse. I may be wrong. Might be Betelgeuse. I can see Orion's sword as well there. Must be a cold night. Yeah, so if Orion is there, then the two planets would be over here somewhere. If they were in the sim, that is. Vega, Elliot, is it that one? It's Vega. Oh. Sounds about right. Hey Mark, have I done a flight over the North Pole? No, don't think we have. Simon, why do I use a performance calculator for the Neo when flying a CEO? Very simple reason, Simon, I don't. So all I'm using SimSmart for, which you're right is an A320 Neo performance calculator, all I'm using SimSmart for is to check the thrust reduction acceleration values and engine out acceleration values and get the engine out procedure just here. But yeah, all of these values here and anything you pop in there is just rubbish because we're in the wrong aircraft. So yeah, if you're flying the fly-by-wire aircraft, this is great because it's, you know, as close to realistic as you can get. But the thrust reduction acceleration values, engine out acceleration values, and indeed the engine out procedure are the same for both aircraft. So, hope that answers your question. Chris Hogg, Chris, hi mate, how you doing? I don't know if you saw, we did your Palma flight yesterday. I was hoping you were going to be around, but yeah, we had a beautiful flight to Palma yesterday. So that was good fun. SLR Sirius is the brightest star in the night sky. Where's that then? Is that visible at this time of year? Jamie is also off to Geneva en route from London Gatwick. Good old favourite. Right, so I would imagine we could probably see Italy if you sat at this side. Yes, there we are. Hello, Italy. SLR says it was the one we were pointing at next to Orion. Was it? What, this one? I thought this was Vega. I'm going to have to download an app. Well, this one then is either Vega or Sirius. I'm no stargazer. I have very basic knowledge of constellations. I do know if you can find the plough, though, you can find the North Star. All they need to do now is add like a little twinkling effect, don't they? Dominic, thank you for the sub. Oh, well, it says he did have it wrong. It's more like the Sirius. Ah, fair enough. Is it Vega, not Vega? I prefer. I thought it was spelt V-I-G-A. Vega. I tell you, I remember the name from. Does anyone remember the? Oh, what was the name of the film? Was it with Jodie Foster in it? Contact. Yeah, does anyone remember that? Does anyone remember the film Contact? I think it was Jodie Foster in it. I loved that film. Christopher, we've now got you looking at Wikipedia. Captain Mumbo also on Twitch says it is Vega. Oh well. Should you go on definitely on to VATSIM? Definitely. VATSIM's awesome. Chris Shaw says amazing film. Yeah, it was Vega, wasn't it? Some similarity. GD, was it Jodie Foster? Ah, good. Yeah, I liked that. What was the other one she did with the aircraft, the airplane? Sean Bean was in it. Flight Plan, another one of my favourites. Oh, I've got all these DVDs, you know, and I really should watch them, but who watches DVDs anymore? Chris, Contact, yes, his wife was in the cast for that when they held the hearing in DC. What, is she in the film, Chris? That's incredible. If that is what you're telling me. Tom B, does the Geneva scenery cover the surrounding area or just the airport? It covers a little bit of the surrounding area. For instance, there's no pylons that you're going to hit on the approach to runway 22 tonight. Oh, Christian Starmer, DVDs, old things. Oh, what's a DVD? Come on, Julia, Charlie, Mike, work with me here. What's a DVD? J-Hog, you've got Phoenix Nights on DVD. How often do you watch them? That's the problem. There's so many times I look at that. I've got a DVD cabinet absolutely full. There's hundreds. I used to buy like 2 or 3 a week when I was a late teenager. You know, when you could stay up till like 2 o'clock in the morning just eating food and watching DVD films, and then you'd get up at 7 o'clock the next morning and you were absolutely fine. It didn't matter. I can't do that anymore. But yeah, that's how my life. That was my rock and roll lifestyle when I was younger. Right, about 400 feet to go. Oh, Chris, so your wife is actually in the film. That is awesome. What a question to put to the chat room, though. Guys, do you have any tenuous links to any films? Love to find out if there's anyone famous in chat. Oh, maybe not famous, but you know. But no, I think that's brilliant, Chris. That is awesome. You're going to have to point her out. You're going to have to, like, just point out the scene and say, yeah, this is her. Send a screenshot on Discord. Right, right, we're at Alt. I need to change the cruise flight level. There we go, 360. Has done that. Performance, let's put the cost index back to 4 and just check we've got Alt Cruise, yes. And TCAS 2 below, there we are. Great stuff. Right. We are now at cruise, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, should I say. See, that's another thing. Are there any ladies in the chat tonight? We rarely get female viewers on the channel. Clearly, they're far too busy with more important things.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you'll be delighted to hear that we're now at our cruising altitude, and we hope to give you nice views throughout the flight as we have good weather ahead and shouldn't be experiencing any turbulence. Of course, this means that you will not spill any of your drinks that you may have from the cabin crew as they begin to start making their way around the aircraft. Could you please ensure that the eyes are kept clear so the cabin crew can offer you their cabin service, which will begin shortly. A reminder that Easyjet Simple Island Channel members are able to access free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the remainder of the flight.
J-Hog, I've literally just spat my tea across the desk. I asked if anyone's got any links to anyone famous in films or indeed themselves. J-Hog says, yeah, I live with your aunt, so Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, you are dead. Are they back home, by the way, or are they still off on their jollies down south? My mother and your wife. Chris says, don't encourage her, you're still trying to persuade her to do the self-loading cargo voiceovers. Baggins173 says he did a lot of extra parts in quite a few films, including Game of Thrones when we shot that in Belfast. Baggins, this is great. So we've got Chris Morgan's wife was in Flight Plan, you know, epic film. Baggins was in Game of Thrones. That is awesome. Oh, I need to watch these films. J-Hog, they got back yesterday. It shows you what I know. Right, I suppose I best do some actual piloting, hadn't I? So, check the engines page. That's fine. Yeah, bleed page. Nothing's broken there. Cabin altitude, differential pressure, fine. Electrics page, everything's in green. Pressure, hydraulic pressure is all fine. Fuel, what's that? 18, what do we take? 8.5 tons. 6, 7. So, yeah, that's fine as well. No fuel leak. APU off. Conditions 22 degrees in the cabin. That's fine. 23 in the flight deck. That's fine. Brake pressure, temperature, they're all good. Flight controls, all the computers are working, and all systems are go. Beautiful. All right, well there we go. Gaga then. We need to do a check, don't we? What was it? Check. What do you call it? Fuel check. Yeah, need to do a fuel check. So we'll do that in a moment. Just keep on a nice look at Italy as we go. Sean says the only slight bit of notoriety I have on TV was being the audience for a children's show that ran on ITV for a short time called Twister. I have to say I've never ever seen that, Sean. No, never seen that. Sorry, mate. The back here says half of Belfast was actually in the Game of Thrones. Fair enough. Don't do yourself down, Bacchus. Don't do it yourself down. I think it's impressive. Aiden Smith, my dad's a violinist and played in a number of film sessions, including The Lord of the Rings. Aiden, that is amazing. He also did SpongeBob SquarePants movie, but kept that one quiet. That is awesome. You have to ask him if he's ever recorded any of the John Williams soundtracks as well. But that is pretty neat though, Aiden. That is quite nice. I like that. Hey Dave. Dave Hudson, do I know if there is a way to get FSI panel to produce a landing report on all flights without having to... Yes, Dave, I found this out the other day. If you remind me when we sort of get, 100 miles out, I will show you, and we'll set that up so it will rate my landing in Geneva when we get there, because I do think it is the most accurate landing report available. So yeah, it is that. Captain Q, am I using the Thrustmaster TPR pedals? Yes, they're the ones I'm using. GD says, Aiden, you need to wear a SpongeBob shirt when you next see him. Good stuff. Oh, right, we need to do this fuel check. Let's have a look. Leon says he's been in the orders and stuff on TV, probably none that we know, in the Netherlands way back when. Not impressive. I've had a few appearances on television in my time. Thankfully, never on the news. Right, where are we? Hang on one sec. So let's do this fuel check. We are approaching Gaga. So, what extra fuel did we take? Let's work that out first of all. So 8 tons. We took 8.5 tons. So 500 kilograms plus an extra of 254. 5, 6, 7. So we've got about 800 kilograms extra. So Gaga is coming up. Let's find that. Where are you? There it is. So we should have 6.3 tons of fuel extra. And we've got 6.5. So yeah, absolutely fine. Company message. What's that? We'll be late. 14 minutes late. All right. So 14 minutes. Why were we 14 minutes late? What excuse shall we give them? Stairs broken? Loading error? Late arrival of the pushback crew. Oh, I like that one. RLP. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll get somebody else in trouble. It's always somebody else's fault. Let's send that off. There we go. Job done. Oh, hello. Who's that? Uh, 3,000 feet below us, so that's alright. Doesn't look like they're climbing either, according to TCAS. Still at 3,100. They look almost at the same level as us, don't they, when we first check it out. They're also zooming away from us really fast. Where did they come from? They kind of snuck up on us. No. All looks good, that. We can still just see the landmass out of that side. So you've got Italy over there and Croatia, I think, over at the other side.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
So that means then the cabin crew are now on their way around starting the service. The cloud bot is open, gambling is available, and you can spend your easy points on anything you want now. So you can have bacon sandwiches, you can have alcohol, you can have food, crisps, etc. If you type in !menu, it'll bring up the menu of the things you can purchase. And yeah, you can gain Easyjet points by just simply watching the stream, chatting in the stream, and of course donating as well, which will give you the most Easyjet points. Right, coming back into the chat. Chris, as well as your wife. Wow, you have a friend who was in the US Navy at the time and was an extra in Clear and Present Danger at the Seaman Arlington Cemetery. Found a screenshot too. Excellent. SLR says his dad's name is supposedly on the moon. He was a contractor at NASA for Apollo 11. He was told that they placed everyone's name who worked on the program in a time capsule and they took it to the moon. That is amazing. I did not know that they'd done that. That's brilliant. Oh, you must be really proud of that, SLR. GD, recently we're getting vectored in. The mileage on the flight plan is way out. Doesn't even change that much as you come into land. The problem is, GD, that when you're getting vectored in, unless you tidy up your flight plan still thinks you're going to be going back to whatever waypoint you were initially headed towards when you came off the flight plan. Does that make sense? Hey Tom B, you take it Phoenix has top of descent markers and things like that? Yes, absolutely it does. Yep. Jamie, have you seen the traffic going into Zurich? We should be going there. That's the reason I'm not going there, Jamie. They have an event on a Tuesday night. Great AG says they put the names on a DVD, but no one in the future will know what that is. I don't think they even had DVDs back in 1969, did they? Oh, Darky. Oh, you're in the 737 tonight, aren't you? Yes. Hey Elliot says, what about that? What about the new tin cities, the triangulated irregular network? Thought they looked way better and fantastic. Did a couple of flights to New Zealand. I have to say, yeah, I thought they looked, you know, really neat job. So no complaints from me. Tom B's still got some VHS. My parents are slowly but surely moving house in the process of. I hate to think what's going to come out of that loft space and dumped in my house. I haven't got room for rubbish. Hey BZ, thank you for following. Hope you're having a good night. Hey, it's F1 FN. We are in the Fenix A320 tonight. And thanks for the follow, Finn. Oh, looks like it's getting cloudy up ahead. And Andy Finley, good evening, sir. Celebrating, oh Andy, a full year of channel membership. Andy, that is insane. Thank you so much for your support of the channel, Andy, over the last 12 months. Really do appreciate that. And yeah, look at all those stripes you've got now on your shoulder. Fantastic. And it's Finn just subscribing on Twitch as well. Prime sub, thank you so much. It's Finn. Really, oh, it's F1. Sorry, really kind of you to do so. Sean Duff, talking to VHS, does anyone else remember the time you had to hire videos from Blockbuster? Do you remember when Blockbuster first came out and it was like, we'll post things to you. You don't even have to come into the shop. It's like, oh my days. This is next generation stuff. Oh, Bacchus 173. That's it's sad, but I also can't imagine how many memories were unearthed there. Says he just had to move into his dad's to be his carer. Just cleaned out 4 generations of rubbish. His granny's, his mum's, dad's, mine, and his brother's, and his son's rubbish. Most of it from the attic. I can't imagine. There must have been some treasure troves up there, though. Giant says, nice to see some simulation again. Oh, Giant, we're here most days if time will allow. Doing different flights, different places. Usually real ops, which is exactly what this is, real ops flight. Last flew 2 days ago, I think, this flight in real life. Hey, Danny, don't you start dissing the Airbus. The beauty of the Airbus is it reduces your workload management, therefore you've got much more mental capacity going on. At least that's the theory, anyway. So it's very quiet right now, but I think ahead of us we are going to have, if they all stay online, we should have quite a bit of ATC. Dark Fury. Boeing will last 60 years, Airbus only lasts 10. Yeah, well, you can only say Boeing lasts 60 years because they keep reinventing the wheel with the 737. Problem is, they don't tell all of the pilots about the new spokes that they've added. Hey, it's F1, currently doing a flight from Amsterdam to Edinburgh. That is a nice little flight, I like that route. Straight across the North Sea. Back just the way Boeing have been conducting themselves over the last, they'll be lucky to still be in business. I know, the documentary explained about the MCAS on the 737, that was just shocking stuff. Hey, Ace Airstream, good evening, sir. Good to see you. Sean, you just a happy all-rounder. You like flying lots of different aircraft, well, airliners. We need to get into fly-by-wire again. We've not done that for a while, have we? Finding decent routes is a bit of an issue. I've got a great one coming up. In fact, but it's I've actually been I have had to I've had to actually go into the simulator and almost have some sim sessions to practice it, because it's a brilliant approach, but not one you want to muck up. So I'll look forward to streaming that at some point. And the FSI panel is just brilliant to be able to practice stuff like that. So I must have practiced it 4 or 5 times on the bounce today, just to make sure we were ready. And it kind of felt really good, actually, because the airfield that I'm talking about, I'm not going to give it away because leave it as a bit of a surprise. But the airfield I'm talking about is a Cat C airfield, and so that means it's a captain's only landing, and you can only go there if you've been trained explicitly in the simulator to go there. So, you know, set up Microsoft Flight Simulator, set it up going there, offline obviously, no ATC, no other aircraft yet, just myself in. Set up the approach, and then and work through it. So it's kind of like giving myself a sim session to practice before we come and do it live on stream, which is good stuff. Pel van der Werf? No, it's not Innsbruck. We've done Innsbruck loads. What I might have to start doing is, for all the training captain members, whenever I'm doing my private sim sessions, I might just have to switch the stream on. You guys can watch me train myself. So Dark Fury, is that you in front of me by any chance, or is that someone else? We don't know who that is. It's F1. You're currently in the you're currently in the A320X right now. Which version? Dark, haven't been practicing my snow landings. No. We will have to get that in. Dark, that is you, is it? Yeah. Cost index 100 and how much fuel are we planning on taking to Geneva? 3.7. Oh. Could probably afford to burn a bit. Can we get any higher yet? Oh, can I get... Oh, no, alright. I was going to see if I could get 3.8 in, but no, probably a bad idea. So, have we got any control in Milan? Oh yeah, Milan Centre's online, so we'll be speaking to them pretty soon. In fact, if everyone stays online, who's online at the moment, sort of right, this sector here, from here onwards, we'll have ATC full into Geneva, which should be great. Always good fun. Danny, I've been practicing the Antonov approach as well. The approach was fine, I just... it's just not letting the aircraft fall out of the sky that was the issue. FSI panel isn't compatible with the Antonov, or certainly not at the moment. Speed Shuttle on Twitch as well, mate, if you're still there. Sorry, I missed your follow. Thank you so much. Our Twitch followers are slowly increasing. We've got 2,400 now on Twitch, which is amazing. So thank you for being there, guys. Those of you that are watching on Twitch as well. Yeah, Sean, I'm dwindling away at max 7.6. J-Hog, I need to practice finding the CRJ. We'll take the helicopter out one day, see if we can find it. Do you know what I need to do? I need to find that stream. I need to watch it back. I haven't seen it. Well, I don't think I ever watched it back, but we should probably watch that together as a laugh. Kind of like when you go to a movie theatre and watch an old movie that they have re-released for history's sake. Oh, Dark Fury, mate, thank you so much for your £2 super chat. Boeing superiority. Alright, Dark, you may be faster than me. Do you know what would be really amusing, though, Dark? What I'd find very amusing is if you got to Geneva ahead of me, they threw you in the hold, and then I only landed like one aircraft behind you. That would make me chuckle so much. Christian Starmer, oh mate, that is amazing. Thank you so much for your €5 super chat from Christian Starmer. Both super chats from Dark Fury and Christian Starmer. Mates, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Honestly, I really do. Helps me to keep the channel as running as often as I can. So big shout out and thanks to you two guys for that. I do like it when you see seafaring vessels down below. Just adds something to it. Danny, you still haven't got the motivation to even start on the 225 just yet. It is a lot of work, but if you check out the stream, just maybe the first half an hour that we did, Danny, when we were sorting it out, it's not that bad. I mean, obviously the thing's dumbed down because, well, can you imagine trying to do that properly? You couldn't. You could not do that. Imagine, you'd need shared controls, or your controls, whatever it's called, with another 5 guys. Dark Fury, Ryanair, next stream, what do you think? What, for me? No, nah. So for those of you who know the Fly Me flight simulator school, which isn't very far from me at all, so if you are in Yorkshire, the Fly Me has a 737, I want to say 800, might be a 900, but I think it's an 800, full-size flight simulator, really, really good, really cool. Yeah, I'll be going there to teach them the error of their ways and do some Airbus training with them soon over Easter, so that'll be fun. If you haven't seen that before, do check that out, the Fly Me flight simulator at Barnsley. It's brilliant place. Is that Milan radar already? Indeed it is. Right. ATC. Always good fun now. If they stay online, that should be us done. Hey, lots of ATC until we land. 12745.
On 50340 inbound Octane.
Ciao, Tomjet 871, radar contact. Proceed direct Aosta.
Can you get that waypoint again for Tomjet 71, please?
Aosta, Alpha Oscar, Sierra Tango Alpha.
Director Alpha Oscar Sierra Tango Alpha for Tomjet 71.
Guitarro 663, with Roma 124.2.
That is a big direct.
124.2, Guitarro 63, ciao guys.
Land Centre, good evening, top 382 Delta Echo, flight level 360, direct UTime.
Ciao, top 682 Delta Echo, radar contact.
Where's my direct? Dark Fury's getting off. He's off piste.
Level 250, climbing flight level 310, inbound, Medam.
Ciao, Scatravel 7 Tango Papa, cleared RIPDU 3 November arrival for ILS runway 12, fly direct RIPDU.
Cleared for RIPDU 3 November arrival and direct RIPDU, Sky Travel 7 Tango Papa.
J-Hug, you, Dark and Relic went to break the... It's a great place, isn't it? It's awesome.
Ciao, Santurk 9er, correction, Sun Express 9 Hotel Mike, radar contact, fly direct to Resia.
Clearly, Dark, they thought you're in a Boeing. They should probably get you down on the ground as quickly as possible.
Thank you.
Milano, good evening, Shamrock 362 with you, flight level 360, direct Benny.
Ciao, Shamrock 362, radar contact, climb to flight level 380, please.
380 for Shamrock 362.
Mayday, Bonnie 26 Alpha, 17 miles to out bed, flight level 240, we have to copy the compression request, landed the alternative airport, please.
This sounds like fun.
26 Alpha, copy, transponder 7700, Mayday fuel and person on board, and please we're able to have your alternate airport today, thank you.
Roger, and Squawk 7700, and can we land to Kalavakio International Airport?
Affirmative, sir, stand by.
Roger, stand by.
Wow, okay. Well, we shall listen out. Do you know what I've not done? I'm not going to get any en route weathers. I know that the weather was pretty good the entire route anyway, just because when planning the flight and looking around we could see what was going on. But let's just have a quick check, see what's happening now in where are we?
Scania 688, ready to copy.
Hey, first Scania 688.
Yes, sorry for delay. Clear to destination Kastrup, Sarano 7 Hotel, Abesi 5
so yeah, we'll have a look at Milan.
For you, initially 6,000 feet, squawk 5405.
Rome as well.
No problem at all. We're cleared to Copenhagen on the Serrano 7 Hotel departure, Baker 5 Quebec transition. Mr. Clarence, flight level 60, squawk 5405, Quebec 688.
Bonnie 26 Alpha, proceed direct to Charlie Hotel India for the ILS runway 02 in Venezia. You are clear for the moment to descend to flight level 160.
Roger, and Charlie, confirm which point, please drive Bonnie 26 Alpha.
Charlie Hotel India.
Roger, will point Charlie Hotel India, Bonnie 26 Alpha.
Top Swiss 459 kilo, Unical 122 decimal 8. Ciao.
122 decimal 8, have a good night, bye-bye.
Ciao.
Rome, Cabo OK, light winds. Milan. Good visibility again, light winds. And what's happening in Geneva? 200 at 9. 2,000 scattered. A few 2,000 rather, scattered 4,000. 1007 is the QNH. So yeah, all that looks good. Dan, is that the first time you hear a real Mayday Mayday? Really?
64 Golf Hotel requesting Mr. away from the cockpit for 04 minutes.
Approved, report back.
Roger.
Right, let's get some information off the charts and I'll go and set up the box. We'll start getting ready for the approach. So, runway 22, given those winds, that will be in use. We're expecting the Banco 3 Romeo, I think it is. Is it Banco 3 Romeo? I honestly can't remember. Let's have a quick check. It's F1 on Twitch. You're just about to ride into Edinburgh. Edinburgh looks great any time of day, doesn't it? Hey Andrew, Pack Andrew, how you doing, mate? I'm well. I've had an okay day. I've not had to look after the kids, so it's been great actually. Banco 3 Romeo, that's the one. So transition to 7,000 feet.
What's your cruising level today?
Platform, also 7,000 feet.
Cruising level will be flight level 370.
Echo climb to flight level 370.
Climb to flight level 370.
And Cat 1 conditions, so we've got minimums 1565. Elevation 1365.
Station calling is unreadable.
ILS identifiers 1087.
Milano radar, very good evening. Is Mr.
Inbound
Wing
course
9761 with you.
224. And missed approach. Initial climb clearance 7,000.
Shamrock 362, Unicom 1228. Ciao.
And let's go set up the
Shamrock
box then.
362, Unicom 1228. Ciao.
1228, Shamrock 362, ciao.
Right, so flight plan.
Milano radar, very good evening. Is Mr. Wing 9761 with you.
Ciao,
Let's check all
Mr.
this makes sense.
9761. Transponder.
Banco 520 Goleb Valbu Suvel, then Bivlo.
Mr. 9761, squawk 1000, please.
Squawking 1000 for Mr. 9761.
After Bivlo, it's 525, 512, and then that is a manual leg, or we'll get vectors by ATC from 512 to the Saint-Prix VOR.
Milano radar, Bonnie 26 Alpha, second start procedure and confirm iOS to approach on 28.
Saint-Prix VOR, how far is that
route
out?
direct
Is that
to
on
runway
this chart here? 18 miles
Roger,
out.
direct to login and iOS to approach on 28.
Let's have a look at the airport information, see if there's any speeds we're expected to keep on the arrival, etc. So, arrival, noise abatement, ILS approach,
Eurocat
visual,
302 established, ILS 28.
commercial air transport, non-commercial, Cat
Cat
12.
302, copy reported for the break, the wind 1305 knots, correction, 13015 knots.
Exit taxiways for use whenever possible, taxiway C shall not be used.
Scandinavian 688, start and pushback are approved, QNH in Malpensa 1003.
No minimum speed, okay. So if we pop in here, speed of 180, just tidy that up a bit. Red nav page, we'll pop in Saint-Prix and Geneva.
Channel 64, go first, I'll report him back.
Channel 64, Golf Hotel, thank you.
Right, so that's the progress page. Perf page. I need the weather that we've just got. Hey Captain, are we done with the iconic flight stock? I'd like to resume them iconic because I know they were great fun. You know, good way to end it. The problem is, it's like this weekend. I'm away all this weekend. I'm away all next weekend. So the Sunday nights were just, yeah, really difficult to get any kind of consistency going.
2653, I can't put an alternative airport to my MFC, so request a visual radar vectoring and a visual approach.
Temperature is 5.
Turn left heading 110, sir.
Turn left heading 110.
Wind 209.
6 Alpha.
Did anybody else see that bump there?
is ready for break.
302, clear for the break, report downwind.
Transition altitude is 7,000. The minimums were 1565. And how long is that runway?
Tango Papa, request descent.
Okay, travel 7 Tango Papa.
Oh, it's huge, so
descent to flight level
flaps
180.
Descending flight level 180, Sky Travel 7 Tango Papa.
Yeah, flaps 3 landing. Set that up. Oh, there we go. .7, second flight plan, copy active. Right, box is set. So, should we do a an arrival brief then? So the weather in Geneva has just got the latest weather information we've got. Good visibility, 10 kilometers or more, few clouds, 2,000 feet, scatter 4,005 degrees temperature, QNH 1007, no significant changes. On the wind is 200 degrees at 9, which means slight crosswind from the left, not very much though.
126 Alpha, retain flight level 160.
Weather's not too much of a concern.
Continue the turn 110, please.
Aircraft still working in full, haven't broken anything.
Flight level 90 and heading 110.
No NOTAMs for our arrival. Threats to be aware of then? Yeah, you know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Ready for taxi.
Terrain, terrain,
taxi to holding point runway.
more
Taxi
terrain.
holding point Fox for 35 left, all short to 35
We've got terrain to the south, the east, the north, the west. It's obviously just in a valley with Lake Geneva, isn't it? So if anything goes wrong, we're throwing ourselves into the hold at Saint-Prix. Or with ATC, of course. Overhead the airfield. 2 holding points available for us to use in anger if we had to. So that's it. One thing I will put in the fixers page then, so you can see MSA is 7,000 feet, 10 miles around the Geneva VOR. As we're coming in though, outside of that, the MSA goes to 10,600 feet. So let's just go onto the fixers page and just pop in GVA
Sky Travel 7 Tango Papa, continue descent to 6,000 feet, QNH Bologna 1003, transition
popping 10 miles
level
out.
75.
That's that.
Continue descent to 6,000, could you confirm?
6,000 feet,
And we can
1003.
also
Descending 6,000 feet, QNH 1003, Sky Travel 7 Tango Papa.
oh, yeah, I want Geneva runway 22. And just pop a 12-mile radius there. And that's 4,000 feet that we should be at there. Or actually, no, it won't be. It'll be 5,300 feet there. And that'll get us in on the glide slope nicely. Right, so that's pretty much everything. The only other thing, like I say, is threats. The biggest threat in a place like this is doing a go around and losing an engine. So worth having a look just to see, in case we did need it. We shouldn't, you know, we'd have to be very unlucky for this to actually take place. But if we just reset that. What's the engine out procedure for runway 22? Fill in any old details here just so we can make a calculation.
And Milano radar, body 26
Right,
Alpha.
Papa Alpha Sierra VOR,
Yes, we have found
left
the
turn
approach to
to
8, so we can follow the procedure.
Okay, will be a visual for runway 04 right, proceed,
So, just
continue
worth
the
being
left
familiar
turn,
with that.
heading 095, descend
Now,
to
one of the other things to do
5,000
here
feet.
is
Fenix
thrust reduction acceleration
10.
value. Let's go to our performance page.
1005.
This is what we need to update.
Perform 5,000.
We don't want to accelerate
Visual
away
approach
at
runway
2388.
Just and repeat the heading, please.
Heading 095, 5,000
So,
feet, 1003,
2863, 4366 and
5,000 feet,
2366.
1003.
These details need to go in here. So,
QNH and
let's do
heading
that now.
105. Bonnie 26 Alpha.
Skyline 688 holding on short 356.
Okay, 688, clear to cross 35 left, continue taxi Charlie Alpha 35 right, report ready for departure.
There we go.
Cross 35 left, Charlie Alpha holding flight 35 right, report ready for departure, Skyline 688.
Alright, that's the one part of the brief done. Let's do the full arrival brief then. So, we're expecting runway 22, ILS approach. Banku 3 Romeo is in the box. This brings us in beautiful scenery for the passengers. Brings us in over the Alps. We're going to be aimed at ATC control as well, but we've got the constraints that we'll obviously stick to, including a speed constraint there at 512. So the plan will be, with regards to configuring this, green dot 512 flaps 1 as we make base, flaps 2, then with the glide slope.
Stand of your choice, ciao.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Approach is an all 3-degree ILS approach, platform altitude 7,000 feet.
761, Unicom 128, ciao.
Cat 1 conditions currently. And yeah, the minimum speeds we've just seen there, 220, but all green dots, so we'll be fine then. Auto brake low, and we'll be doing a flaps 3 landing. Radnav page, we've got Saint Prix and Geneva hard tuned. LSGG22 is set in the bearing distance 2 page. Perf page is filled out, and we can see VLS is 136, VAP 141. Minimum is 1565. We're looking to land then with 3.7 tons of fuel on board, and our secondary flight plan, we'll copy that. That's all done. Last thing to talk about then, assuming we get out safely, is vacating. We will vacate on either Delta or Echo. We cannot vacate on Charlie, although I wouldn't imagine we'd stop in that time anyway. Once we vacated on Echo or Delta, then I would imagine we'll be told one of these stands here.
Bounty 26 Alpha, you are not following my instructions. For the visual approach, turn left heading 060.
From a parking point of view, these look very, very confusing if you're not careful. So just pay a bit of special attention to this. So if we get something like stand 125, that's the one that goes in here.
305 knots.
No, it isn't. 125's that way. I'll say these are an absolute pain. 123 is this way. 121 is that way. 127 is that way. 125 is that way. Same here. 32 is that way. 31 is that way. 34
climbing 310.
is that way. And 33 is that way. Basically the left-hand door, the left main door, faces the satellite terminal. Hopefully we'll get an easy taxi, something like 84, 83 or one of these, the main terminals, but we'll see. Right, briefing done. How far till our top of descent? I think it'll be in the box actually, won't it? Let's have a quick look. 21:34. Oh, half an hour. Loads of time. Loads of time. Hey Virtual Pilot, do I think Microsoft Flight Simulator nighttime is too bright? Shouldn't it be completely dark? Yeah, the thing is, you've got to remember that tonight is a full moon, which is the reason I love doing a decent length nighttime flight.
Milano,
this time of at this time, because it actually is quite bright with a full moon.
Ciao, with 0973, continue climb to flight level 300 and fly direct to Breno.
Continue climb to...
Sean, you do like the Geneva scenery? Yeah, I like this one as well. Christian Salma, good night my friend, and thank you again for the donation of the super chat a little bit earlier on. Thank you, Christian. Do we fly directly over Milan tonight? Let's have a look.
Strada 7 Tango Papa, continue descent to 4,000 feet via M-Dut, clear for the area runway 12, report established.
Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure.
Descending 4,000 feet via M-Dut, runway 12, the report established.
The correct change would be great.
Kenya 688, radar contact, turn right heading 090, climb to flight level 380.
Shortly.
Right heading 090 and climb flight level 380, Geneva 688.
Bounty 26 Alpha, continue descent to 4,000 feet, the airport is straight ahead, should be roughly 34 miles.
Riporto block.
Bounty 26 Alpha, descent 4,000, clear for the visual approach, and clear to land 04 right, the wind Venezia is calm, and the airport is 20 miles ahead.
Descent to 4,000 feet, visual approach runway 06 right, and second position for airport.
25 miles ahead.
25 miles, Bonnie 26 Alpha.
Ciao, Scalink 73 avanti, di nuovo.
C'era Kilo Yankee 73, finalmente pronto a partire. Ho avuto un po' di problemi, finalmente ce la facciamo.
73 decolla a discrezione e riportato in volo, il H di Torino 1002.
Riporto in volo, grazie.
Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, can you recycle transponder for me 5402 please, thank you.
Milano Radar, good evening. Ryanair 6 Sierra Zulu, we have information Zulu for Bologna, requesting park range to Nuremberg.
Ryanair 6 Sierra Zulu.
Hey Sean, yeah, I just muted the mic for a moment there.
Lumav 9 Lima departure, runway 12, initially 5,000
Andrew, yes, so not a new route.
1,000.
It's been one going for a while, I think. Follow away, thank you for the follow.
Luma 9 Lima departure out of runway 12, initially 5,000 and clocking 1,000, Ryanair 6 Sierra Zulu.
Correct, QNH in Bologna 1003.
1003, thank you, 6 Sierra Zulu.
Scandinavian 668, proceed left direct to Abesi.
Left direct to Abesi, Scandinavian 688.
Scaling 73 in volo agli 1.10, correzione, in volo agli 1.4, potete scoccare 5404.
Sarà che 23, sbocco 5404.
It's going to start to get a bit cloudy now, I think, from a viewing point of view. Hey Falway, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming on board tonight. Got another UFO down there, look. See where he's going. What if he's just out of Milan?
27 Echo, Unicom 1228, ciao.
Unicom 122, simulator, 27 Echo.
Scaling 73, contatto radar 5 miglia sud di Caselle VOR. L'altitudine richiesta?
Can't quite see the Alps yet.
Sarà cliente 73, prevedevo un 2005.
I 2005 sono approvati, potete riportare direttamente su Biandrate.
Riporterò Biandrate.
We pop in.
73, appena riuscite ci potete confermare 5404 nel transponder, grazie.
Confermo, ci sto litigando, ma un minuto ce la faccio.
So, pop in Moblo, that's where Mont Blanc is, and we also want DGAD in here with a radial of 225 and 90, and that is the peak of the Alps. So, yeah, there we go. That is basically the highest point of the Alps, more or less approximately along this line. So if we're here and we have a depressurization or something, then we're turning around and going back. If we're over that line, then we carry on going forward.
Aereo nuovo.
L'abbiamo, 5434, grazie.
Hey, Captain. Captain Monbo, in Simbrief, where does it say the fuel available when filing a flight plan in VATSIM? I don't think you need to tell VATSIM how much fuel you've got on board, do you? Or if you have, I've never done it.
Milano 9
9 Hotel Mike, go ahead.
Should we change frequency to Switzerland Sir 9 Hotel Mike?
Affirmative, I'm just working to let you know which frequency you need to contact, don't worry.
There you go, and we've got Mont Blanc just showing there, look.
Like, just no things, 9 Hotel Mike.
Moblo. So if you sat on the left hand side of the aircraft, you'll see that as we come in.
Thanks for S9 Hotel Mike, contact Swiss Radar 128050, ciao.
128.050 Hotel Mike, thank you very much for listening.
So that might be our frequency when we come in 12805, so I'll just throw that into the standby now.
7 Tango Papa, established on ILS runway 12.
Radar 128050, ciao.
Blocked.
Scandinavia 688, contact Swiss radar 128050, ciao.
Swiss radar 128050, Scandinavia 688, ciao.
I'll be interested to see if Milan is clearly visible or whether we're going to get obscured by cloud cover when we get there. Hey Christopher, how did you get the waypoint to draw the top of the Alps fix info? Is this a waypoint specifically designed for this purpose? Yeah, so Christoph, that is exactly right. So the DGAD waypoint, hang on, let me find it.
Sky Travel 7 Tango Papa.
Yes, so
established on ILS runway
the DGAD waypoint, if you create the waypoint, or rather pop it in on the fixes page, and then use the radial 225 and 090, that is basically the outline of the Alps, just there. So, useful when crossing the Alps, because you've just got that situational awareness given to you then. If you're enjoying the stream, please do consider leaving a like. It does really help to promote the channel on YouTube and the various algorithms and that. And of course, if you are new, then do consider hitting subscribe as well if you're enjoying the flight this evening. What if there's anyone in the chat who is watching for the first time this evening? Anybody? Is anyone brand new here tonight? And that's includes our Twitch viewership as well. I wonder if there's anyone. Is there anyone on Twitch saying hello for the first time? In fact, we've got 32 views on Twitch, which, to be honest, that's that's pretty decent. We're not that big on Twitch. Just under 2,500 followers on Twitch compared to nearly 31,000 followers on YouTube. So yeah, Twitch guys, give us a wave. Be good to see you. Julie, Charlie, Mike. Good to have you on board as always. P3R on, somewhat new. Fair enough, somewhat new. That sounds like you've been stalking me for a while, P3. Which is absolutely fine, by the way. Pack Andrew on YouTube. Can anyone give us a tip to get rid of this rotten cold so quickly? Yeah, whiskey and paracetamol. No, don't do that.
71, expect to be out flight level 220.
Andrew, you better get a seat back. We might get turbulence. Maybe over the Alps. Sometimes.
Level 220.
Sometimes happens. Right, I can start now to see the Alps in the background. Look, there's Milan. You can see the big hunk of.
82 Delta Echo. Expect to be at Aosta flight level 220. Report ready for descent.
Expect Ulster flight level 220 and we'll report ready. Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo. Right, so let's find the waypoint.
Sky Travel 7 Tango Papa, welcome to Bologna, right to vacate, stand of your choice, ciao.
Wow, that's going to get us down early.
Vacated on the right side, stand of my choice. Thank you, ciao.
What's the grid more there? 17.6, that's fine. Worth checking if it's getting us down that low nice and early. So that means we're going to be descending in... Top descent's about 80 miles, so... That's fine. Pack Andrew, the purple things, the purple targets on the navigation display, that is... they're just airports. Yeah, they're airports. So that's Venice, I think, behind us, LIPX. And Geneva is up here. Zurich is over there. Captain Monbo, where do you type you're a new pilot on VATSIM? Right, so when you're filing your flight plan and right at the bottom there's a window that you can put in remarks. That's where you would pop that in. Jamie, ATC at Geneva's just gone offline. Oh no. Oh, that's a shame.
Milano radar, Ryanair 6 Sierra Zulu requesting pushing start.
Swiss radar is online though, isn't it?
Zulu, standby for pushback. I've got a traffic that is taxiing on Tango. Let's call you back.
Okay.
Although I'm not actually sure they're going to cover us. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, well, never mind. Oh, well, just means we're going to have to sort ourselves out, which is fine. Stick with Milan until Aosta, I think, is the handover point. It's probably why he's got us down to 220 by that point. Then we're on our own. Hey, Ace. Good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Right, we're over Milan at the moment. Oh, there you go. Look. There's Milan Airport. We'll see that. There's Malpensa down there. What's the other one? Is that Bergamo, is it? P3R says he's bought him. You bought yourself a co-pilot. Is it an inflatable one? Called Otto. It's definitely got a bit quieter now, hasn't it, ATC wise? Virtual Pilot says, yeah, it's always a shame when air traffic control leaves the job. It is a shame. If we'd have gone to Zurich, they might still been here. Although, maybe not, because it's getting late over there now. It was about 10:30 local time. People got work in the morning. P3R, no, you got FS2 crew, but FS crew, yes, it's really neat, that. Good little program.
Sierra Zulu, start and push out approved 1003, the QNH.
Start and push approved, Ryanair 6.
Right, spot the airports. There's Milan. Zurich on a Tuesday night is fun with the events that they have on. Should we just go and divert? Give us a reason. Thanos is, thank you for subscribing, mate. Appreciate that. Captain, in America, do you have to say with information and then the ATIS? I'm not quite sure how it works in America, but I would imagine that is the same. Yeah, so you just tell them you've got information, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, whichever ATIS information is current. Danny says, yeah, call a mayday on the fuel. Causing some chaos.
Good evening. 3155 with you
at Virtual Pilot could go for Medicaid. The thing is now, for anything like that to actually be valid, we'd be throwing ourselves straight down into Milan, aren't we? We've got the choice of 3 airports literally beneath us. Jamie says they've got 25 arrivals during the next 10 minutes. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Please hold. Milan looks amazing from up here. Give them a wave.
Ocean 3155, recycle transponder 5407.
5407, Ocean 3155.
I'm quite surprised there's no ATC in Geneva. They usually stay on quite late. But never mind.
Just to confirm, was it 3547?
5407.
AJ says Milan looks even more amazing down on the ground. I bet it does. Oh, I don't know, that looks pretty neat. From the air as well, does that?
Milano Control, FedEx 15, please.
Ciao FedEx 15, radar contact. Fly direct Malug, continue climb to flight level 300.
Was that direct Malaga? No waypoints. Just imagine that.
Vectors to Malug, heading...
Just fly direct to your destination airport.
Heading 035.
Andrew, next time we do stream, can we go to Newcastle? Can't remember the last time we went there.
1228, ciao.
You can use your EasyJet points though, so I do get a lot of route requests. So sort of keep that fair and show appreciation. The route requests are limited for for channel members, and you can actually purchase them with EasyJet SIM points, which are free to get, of course. Christopher, you're in 4K and it doesn't look as good for you. What do you mean, on stream or otherwise? Hey Thomas, how long to go to land? About 25 minutes, I'm reckoning. Christopher, why is the overlay not showing the correct altitude? Because it breaks. Is it giving Duff information?
Runway 2 report ready, minus 0.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, it is just an altitude thing, yeah.
Airfans 2412, Rick sub 3 Echo for the ILS runway 35 left. Fly direct to F gear, descend to flight level 170.
Rick sub 3 Echo arrival for 35 left, direct to Egbeer and...
This will be the part where the captain in the real aircraft would say, ladies and gentlemen, hope you've enjoyed your flight. If you look on the left, you'll see Milan. If you look over on the right...
71 requesting descent, please.
Ascent? Descent to flight level 220.
Descent flight level 220, Tom Jet 71.
I thought you said ascent. Oh, that can't be right. Looks like someone's lit the valley on fire. P3R, you can see us on Volanta. Yeah, I don't actually have Volanta. I don't use it. Obviously, I know other people do.
A 058, clear destination Lisbon, Dogub 6 Tango departure, netted 6 India transition. Initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 5410.
Sean, that'll be dark on his way down. Leon, yeah, and then you have the monster sat next to you who don't even look out the window. And they've got a window seat, it's not fair. Quite right too. If you have a window seat, it should be compulsory to look out of it at all times.
Milan Radar, Eurocat 303, hello again at Genova, stand 106, request dive for clearance to Bern.
By 9058, correct, QNH 1003, break. 303, ciao, clear to Bern via the Genova 9 kilo departure, runway 10, initially 5,000 feet, your squawk 1000.
Leon, I always used to have the window seat until I had children.
Clear to Bern out of runway Initial time 5,000 feet.
They wanted the window seat.
Can you say again the SID?
And it would be wrong of me to deny them that
Geneva,
opportunity.
9 Kilo. Golf Echo November, 9 Kilo.
Genova 9 Kilo, Eurocat 303.
Air France 2412, continue descent to flight level 9R0.
Descend 9R0, Air France 2412.
This has to be an arrival coming into Milan, I'm reckoning.
for pushback.
Fine, 9058, start and push are approved, QNH 1003.
Start push approved, QNH 1003, up 1005.
Ryanair 60 Zulu, fully ready.
60 Zulu.
Yeah, so there you go, there's our top percent shown.
Bologna 190 degrees, 7 knots.
Good to take off, runway 12.
Gap 737, Malpensa beneath you. Yeah, we've actually passed that, I think, now. Yeah, it was about 10-15 miles behind us now. Right then, let's start prepping for our way down, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again,
Eurocat 303, request start up.
we'll be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival.
303, start up approved.
All the aisles are clear, and the cabin crew
Start up approved, Eurocat 303.
without any luggage in the aisles. That would be most appreciated. A reminder for our Easyjet pilot members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt signs are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo is ready for descent.
Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, descent to flight level 220.
Descent flight level 220, Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo. Descent 220 blue, down we go. Sean, you know, it says, you know, I don't mind flying, love the takeoff of the cruise, it's just descent and landing you're not keen on as it feels like you've left your stomach somewhere in mid-air. I know what you mean. I never had a problem with that though. I always liked the whole thing. Pack Andrew, First Officer George, oh, he's been the usual pain, as always. Right, here we'll start the turbulence, I'm sure. I love the valley lit up by the street lights, I think that looks awesome. AJ, the toilets never truly go out of use. If only there was a lever to dump the ice block of urine. Not in this aircraft though.
6 Sierra Zulu radar contact, climb to flight level 300 and you can fly direct to Breno.
Climb flow 300 and back to Breno for Ryanair 60 Zulu, thank you.
Air France 2412, base turn in 10 miles, continue descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1003, transition level 75.
Descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1003, transition level 75, Air France 242.
303, request taxi.
303 taxi, holding point runway 10.
Alright, so select the speed 270 for the descent, otherwise we're going to be here all day. Hey A3, you safely landed in New Zealand, the hangar parking phone can watch the descent, and remember to prime FSL panel. I'm going to get that open now, actually.
Is there a 973? Go ahead.
Thank you, Milano. At Brno, we were expecting to change our flight level to 350 eventually.
Starting to get a bit bumpy now.
Sorry, with there a 973, can you say again your position?
At the moment, 40 miles from Brno, and we were thinking of changing flight level.
Right, so all you need to do to set this up to rate your landing is type in which airport you're landing at, let them know which runway, and then you'll get the rate my landing button just there. And now that's monitoring, that's primed, so it'll tell us when we get there how it thought we did.
Contatto radar, potete continuare per Breno, il livello 300.
Continuiamo al livello 300.
Wizard 973, potete salire al 360.
Chris, all done for the day of work. Stuff to do before dinner. Safe landing. Thank you, Chris. We'll see you very soon.
Copiato, saliamo a 360.
Tom Jet 71, Unicom 1228, ciao.
122.8, thanks for your service. Tom Jet 71.
Right, that is Dark Fury handed
Alpha
over
9058.
to Unicom.
Alpine 9058,
That'll be us too soon. Us too, pretty soon.
Auto ticket left Fox with Alpha 9058.
Virtual Pilot says he's so old he remembers when he was allowed to visit the cockpit during a flight. Cockpit of an old DC-9, that's when the love for aviation started. Yeah, I wish they still could do that. And I know pilots wish they could still do that as well. I'm sure they don't appreciate just being sat behind a locked door, but I'm sure pilots would love to have people in. But I mean, particularly on long flights, it's something just to break up the monotony of sat there reading the paper or scrolling through your phone. Not that you get much of a signal at 35,000 feet. Hey Dave says, thanks Gavin, been trying to figure it out all of yesterday, such an easy solution. Yeah, it's perhaps not quite as intuitive, is it? It doesn't auto-recognise anything, so you have to just set it up yourself. Then once you've done that, then that's it. It's rating. It's waiting to rate the landing. Now, that's not Innsbruck down there, is it? Can't be, surely.
Center, Austrian.
No.
3155, you've got to step out of time before 10 minutes.
Or is it? It's not showing on my... It could be, you know. Is that Innsbruck? Wasn't showing on my... wasn't showing on the navigation display. Ah well, never mind. Where is it, Dark? Lima India Whiskey Mike. I have no idea where that is. Probably somewhere I can't get an A320 in an emergency.
York 303, ready for departure.
York 303, York for takeoff runway 10, the wind in general 100.15 knots.
Runway 10, clear for takeoff.
Hey, A320 geeks. Hi from Alpine 9058 Malpensa to Lisbon. That's a nice flight. It's quite a long one as well, that actually.
Right, 320.
Hope you're enjoying it, A320 geeks. I love the name as well.
Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, Unicom 1228. Ciao.
122 decimal 8, and thank you so much for the service. Top Swiss 82 Delta Echo. Good night. Right, on to Unicom, and we are on our own. More Touchbella says, hello, what could you say that someone that can't land an A320 no matter what they do and they want to quit simulation? Oh, we've all been there, particularly when starting out. Landing the A320, I tell you what I'll tell you to do. There's a video on the YouTube channel that I've got, which is all about flaring, when to flare. Check that out. It's I forgot what it's called. If you type into YouTube search engine Easyjet Sim Pilot and flare A320, it will come up. Check that out, and yeah, that will hopefully help you go a long way towards getting that touchdown, right. Dan Len, mate, thank you so much for your €5 super chat saying, do I use the display multi-threading on the Fenix settings? What does it do? Dan, I have no idea. I am not that way inclined with regards to being technically advanced. However, Dan, the best thing to do is you can change those settings in the app whilst you are in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So you can change those whilst having your frame rate monitor on and watch it sort of quickly redraw itself and carry on, and then see for yourself whether you're getting better FPS or not. So yeah, definitely worth checking that out. It's great being able to do that live, so to speak. Right, well this looks gorgeous. Those mountains are going to be a bit close, aren't they? Alright, so we are now direct to Blanco. Let's just get up the charts, have a quick look. There's Blanco. We're going to get ourselves down to flight level 110. And with that, we'll do it in managed descent. And the aircraft will take care of that. Just having a look actually at Bangkok. We've got this peak here is at 15,000 feet, so we can start the descent now. We'll be okay. We've got constraints anyways to keep us nice and safe. So there we go. Thrust idle descent, alt magenta, and we've got flight level 180 magenta. Down we go. Manage the speed again. What a gorgeous view we're going to get.
Traffic, Tomjet 71, we're inbound, Golf 520, 1 nautical mile. We're descending through flight level 170 on the bank 3 Romeo for 22.
So call from Dark Fury there. We can see him. A747 down the Alps indeed do look amazing, yeah. There's every... No, I've not seen that. They really do look amazing, don't they?
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
So just having a look, we've got an updated METAR QNH still 1007, that's fine, visibility still fine, wind now is 230 at 7, VAP still 142. P3R on Twitch will say what a lovely sim we have here. Oh, the best. Certainly visually. It's a bit bumpy though, isn't it? You can see the aircraft weaving about a bit. But yeah, absolutely, what a view. Hey Adam, can I name some of my favourite airports to fly into the same? I'll tell you probably my all-time favourite for a bit of a challenge. It's got to be Tivat. I love Tivat. Fruitbath, I set the wrong wind. We'll just check that. 23 at 7. See, this is why you have a pilot monitoring. 230. Oh, yeah, try that again. VAP still 142. Didn't make any difference, but good spot, mate. Thank you. Right, let's wind that speed back up. Separation between me and the aircraft in front, Dark Fury, is absolutely fine. So we've got speed 270. There we are. At Bilbo, we need to be at 250 knots, which is just here. But we'll be getting close to 10,000 feet then by that point, so I'll be fine. Adam says he's heard that Gear Simulations are working on a Stansted. There's a very good freeware version of London Stansted out, which we've visited a few times. I do like that. Okay, platform altitude 7,000. So I'm going to now set 7,000 feet and local QNH 1007. So yeah, descent and 7,000 blue. Seatbelt signs on. Approach checklist, Barrow FQNH 1007 set, cross checked. Seatbelt signs are on, minimums 1565 set, auto brake medium, EFB is stowed.
If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilets will now go out of use until the fastened seatbelt sign is turned on. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Paul Vanderbilt says the freeware Stansted has some major elevation issue. Has it? I've never had any problems with it. Not like Stockholm, Arlanda Airport. My word, that is awful for bumps. Good job there's a fix on flightsim.to. You can just start to see Lake Geneva then. We're basically flying directly towards the airport. The airport is bang in front of us. Hey Alex, how can you set the dotted rings over the airport with the flight management computer, or the McDo as it's called here? So you go to the flight plan page.
Geneva traffic.
Top left.
Regular 15 leaving the city via
Fix
route
info.
Echo Geneva.
Pop in whatever fix you want, and there you can create a radial out of it or set a radius. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. That's that aircraft, I think, that's just leaving the area. We've got him on TCAS, he's well above us, he's not of any concern to us. Geneva traffic, top Swiss 82 Delta Echo is 4 miles inbound Suvel on the Banco 3 Romeo to the east of Geneva, currently at 14 miles for the Banco 3 Romeo ILS runway 22 approach. Right, let's reduce speed to 50 knots and we will activate the approach. Done. Start slowing down. Once we make the base turn, then we'll start slowing down to green dot speed. We're basically following this aircraft. This is Dark Fury. Follow him. And gorgeous view into Geneva tonight. Where's that aircraft going? Hopefully not departing from runway 04.
Tom Jet 71, we're off at Golf 512. We're making a left-hand turn to Sierra Papa Romeo to intercept the localizer 22.
Does look like that aircraft has just departed runway 04, doesn't it? Maybe it's just a little light aircraft that he knows he's got space and he's fine. Can't see him on TCAS either, actually. So.
by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet SIM pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cab crew.
Okay, minus speed.
Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Hey DC, just in time for landing. Liam, wouldn't it be funny if Dot was now leading us somewhere astray, yeah. Sean, at what point on Unicom would you just make the call? Almost like when we were there, we were beamed the airport, we're on downwind, so we're on downwind now. I'll make another call when we're about to make the base turn, and then when we're established on finals. Get the lights on. Mr. Leggy, yeah, we are indeed on VATSIM.
Geneva traffic, Tomjet 71. We are now established on the localizer at 19 miles, reducing our speed down to 210 knots.
So he's reducing speed 210, that's fine. Low battery, oh go away. Not used you anyway. Lena, I am using Simbox, yeah, just I'm not going to open on the tablet in front of me, but it is on now, yeah. So there we go, green dot, happy with that. Go flaps one as we start to turn the base. What I might do now is, if we clear the manual vector, because there's no ATC online, just join that up. Set that. So profile's good. Just beneath it, which is what we want. We're about to start turning, so flaps 1. Speed's checked. Flaps 1. Dark was at 210 knots.
Geneva traffic, 104.2, taxiing runway 22 from San 61, right in at link 5 at Alpha.
We'll reduce speed 200. In fact, no, we won't. We'll just go straight down to S speed. I'll keep it in managed speed for the moment, though, so 190 knots, that'll do. .188 was S speed. Fair enough. No point wasting fuel. So I'll just keep that descent coming. 500 VS. And we'll arm the approach. All glides blue, lock blue, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. And top space 8 to Delta Echo. Geneva traffic is base turn runway 22 for the ILS.
Geneva traffic, Tomjet 71. We're at 10 miles, reduced speed to 180 knots.
10 miles, 190 miles, so separation's good. Just going to find ourselves slightly above that glide slope if we're not careful, so let's just VS 115. There's the localizer coming in. Airport's in sight, there's Dark Fury. Lock star, alt star, Speed 180. Oh, glide slope style, love it. Right, decent headwind. Let's get... can I get flaps 2 out? Let's just give it a moment, see what happens. If it struggles to hold the glide slope, then I'll keep the speed there, then we'll get the flaps. We'll get flaps 2 out for a bit of extra drag. The headwind might be doing its job though. It is looking to want to increase slightly though. It's not quite getting down to 180, so yeah, go on then. Flaps 2, speed's checked, flaps 2. There we go. Hey Marty, yeah, beautiful scenic approach to Geneva, especially at night time. Doc says he might shut down his engines on the runway. Mate, you're in a Boeing, it might happen anyway. Hey Blue Whale, thank you for the follow, and Fabrizio Seller as well, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Got replay set up as well. Tell you what I will do. Let's see if we can get gate 84 loaded up. So we'll stand 84 if that's available.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin
10
bag
miles.
is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you.
Can't find the
toilets
blooming gate.
are no longer in service.
Oh, there we go. 84, that'll do. This is where some of the top Swiss Air aircraft do park, so it's realistic as well. Hey LGL Lambs, Saturday, I can't do Saturdays I'm afraid. I'm also away at the weekend, so that's no fun either. Now 4,000 feet, 8 mile final. Geneva traffic, top Swiss 82 Delta Echo, 8 mile final, runway 22.
2,500.
Hey Manic Miner, it's been a while mate, hope you're well. So I do have a replay lined up as well. If you're enjoying the approach and you've enjoyed the evening, please do consider hitting that like button. Makes a big difference to the channel, it really does. So again, thank you everyone who's done that. As Sloll says, you're in class right now. Sure, I hope you're paying attention to whatever's being taught. Right, 6 miles. Let's get configured. Gear down. Spoilers. Speed is managed. Flaps 3. Speed's checked. Flaps 3. And the landing checklist. Cabin is secured. Go around altitude 7,000 feet. Set Eco memo. Landing no blue. LG Lamb says he saw us go past his sofa. Awesome.
Geneva traffic, Monarch 472, holding short runway 22.
Geneva traffic, Tomjet 71 is clear of 22.
Right, runway is clear. It's all ours for the taking. Remember we're flaps 3, so not too much flare needed. 1,000 feet. Autopilot off. I have control. 16 knot headwind.
$500.
Stable. Mind the pylons.
$100 above.
Aiming to touch down abeam the pappies. Minimums continue.
$50, $40, $30, $20. Retard. 5.
Spoilers deployed. Reverse green. Decel.
Moloch 472 lining up runway 22, Geneva.
Manual brakes. Let's get off the runway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access.
Thank you. Hope it looked good.
Used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or Easyjet app.
Right, let's get parked and we'll check out the landing report and then we'll watch the replay. 5 past 10, that's not bad.
Geneva traffic, 472 departing runway 22.
Doesn't look like there's much traffic here at this time of night, so that's good. Is that Dark Fury? What the heck's he doing? Where's he sat? Is he sat in my way? I bet his engine's broke. Right, so I want to go left on link 1 as we pass this satellite terminal. Hey Marty, this scenery is gorgeous. It's from Red Wing. What was the touchdown rate? I'm curious what the streaming overlay said. Not that I find it very accurate. Right, that is the outer. Here's link 1. We're going to go right past the fire stations. Onto the inner. Lero says super landing didn't even feel a thing. 165. Right, okay, remember that. 165. Self-loading cargo said 145. We'll check out the official landing report in a moment and see what that says. So stand 84 we're going to. Yeah, here they all are waiting for us. "30 seconds, then we're free to shut the engines down." Slow, what graphic settings am I using? There is a video on my YouTube channel giving the graphic settings in detail. Right, just 1 minute before I do that. I don't want to fry the ground crew. I haven't actually got a button to be able to do those, so I have to do this. Have to do that manually. There we go. Right, now let's pull onto the stand. We'll check that out. Still want me to come over to the left, really? I love the way when you get close they turn up the lights.
Passing through 5,400, Dipper 6 Alpha departure.
I'm not sure I believe this, Marshaller. Let's get back on the line, shall we? We're going to be off the line if we're not careful. Okay, so the landing report coming up. Let's see what it says. Okay, there we go. Parking brakes set. I'm going to leave the engines running so that the replay works in a minute, but normally we'd obviously shut those down, seatbelt signs off, beacon light off when everyone drops below 10%, and we're good. Passengers can deplane. Right, landing report coming up. Where is it? Let's check this out. So there we go. Yeah, alright, so landing distance just within limits, deviation from centerline satisfactory. 144 was the actual figure, and the banker touchdown was perfect. You know what, I'd take any of those, just within limits. Yeah, I could see that runway touchdown zone just starting to disappear, but no, we were fine. We got loads of the runway left, so I knew we were going to get in without having to go around. That would have been an interesting end to the evening though, wouldn't it? Yeah, there we go. That's our official landing report, which is from FSI panel. Definitely the best one I've found. So if that's interesting for you, there you go. Right, now let's check out what the landing looked like from passengers' perspective, shall we? So let me just stop the replay. To do that, of course, we need to come off VATSIM. So huge thanks to Dark, who flew alongside us tonight. As we disconnect off VATSIM, we'll get rid of self-loading cargo, and let's just check out the replay. I'll have to fast this forward a little bit. Just give that a moment for the scenery to load in. There we go. So yeah, it didn't seem very windy at all, did it? It was. It was just a beautiful headwind, so yeah. That's why Flaps 3 was quite useful as well. Manfulness and Jamie, what replay tool am I using? I'm using a freeware replay tool called Sky Dolly, which is brilliant. Juliet Charlie Mike, I agree with that as well. Airports seem way too dark. Interesting use of the spoiler there to dump lift. Is it like that at the other side? Nope. One of the issues with the replay mod, it doesn't always get the surfaces correct. Jamie, I can highly recommend Sky Dolly. It's very, very simple to use. You can do all sorts of crazy things with it. I've never done them, but yeah, just from a simple replay point of view, it's brilliant. And yeah, it just works. Which is what you want, isn't it? In anything, you want it to just work. Oh, what a touchdown rate. 2 feet per minute. Not quite sure that's accurate. I told you the streaming overlay is not that good and accurate when it comes to it. But this Red Wing airport scenery is just phenomenal. So good. And a quick check at the other side, because let's face it, the wing views are one of the best bits, aren't they? They really are. $77. Yeah, I think we'll stick to the official line of 144 or whatever it was. Nice. Oh well, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed that tonight. I love a good nighttime flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's gorgeous visuals, and when we have the full moon, you know, that's when you get the really good stuff as well, isn't it? Which is exactly what we had today. So I'm just going to set up this replay for the final time to see us out. And guys, thank you so much. Those of you who donated and contributed to the channel's upkeep during our stream this evening, thank you so much for that. To our Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members, as always, a huge, massive thank you to you for the support that you guys have shown. Really do appreciate that. Not sure when the next stream will be. I'm also away all weekend, so there won't be any streams this weekend. Hopefully we can squeeze in another one prior to that. I'm away from Friday to Sunday, late on Sunday, so yeah, not too many streams this week, sadly, but there we go. Hopefully I'll be able to get another one in before the end of the week, so look out for that one for me, and I'll hopefully see you all very soon. Big shout out to everyone, and of course, if you are in our Discord server, then make sure you give us a shout and say hello, and I'll look forward to the next flight and post details in there. Thanks very much, everyone. See you all on the next one. Bye bye.
Retard. 5